So, this is something that looks like a Starion, but it's actually a temporary root template that looks like a Starion. It's probably the one that shows up in the ritual that swaps out Origin Astarion or Companion Astarion. And so this guy, something I noticed is that he does not have Astarion's voice in battles. If you try to put him as a companion, a lot of things are missing. So what I decided to do for my mod was to put in the player Astarion, or the one that is actually a companion, that has specific voice lines and skills and everything like that. So, but I wanted to wear the same clothing, right? And this is what happens if you take off Companion Astarion's armor, which is a bit of a problem. So we need to give this guy some pants, and we want to give him the pants that this one, the temporary character, is wearing, and these do not exist in the game. So this little guide will teach you, based on a guide made by Galgant on the Discord, how to make those pants real and equipable. So, and you know, you'd figure that the next step without embarrassing the guy would be to give him some pants, right? And we did. So I gave him these pants. They are the wrong color, first of all. I thought I could fix that, but more worryingly, they will only show up as camp clothes. And when this character appears out in the world, he is wearing his armor. So at the moment, his armor is very limited. So what we're going to do is to take these pants, and we're going to turn them into an armor for him. So let's see how we do that. So first of all, let's figure out what he's wearing. We can do that by going into his sidebar that went all white there. Let's see. And look in the sidebar, and then in the visual resource. This should be stated. So let's see if we can get it loading without crashing it. Underwear, body. Yeah. So here is the name of the pants he's wearing. So let's save that name and look for it. So we have now identified the item. We will go into the item sidebar. We will go into the stats menu. We will open it. So we're going to find this arm for armor, vanity, body parts. We are going to right-click it, and we are going to create a derived version of this in our mod. So this is currently my mod project, actually, so that would be Ados revamped. There you go, so we now have it in the mod. We can give it a new name. We are just putting in a new name for it. And the slot should be breast, which it is. And we are going to save this table and reload the level. So eventually it's saved. Looked like it was going to crash for a little while, but just be patient. So we are going to reload this level. Okay, so we need to go back to the root template for armor camp pants A. Go into the sidebar, and then we can look at the stats table again, and now one more entry should show up. It should be the one we called XX stats armor, so pants. So this is now stats for this item that only exists in my project. We have now set it. We will then find the equipment data for this item. So equipment data, it says equipment data fill in, but we need to click on this ... and this will open the equipment data editor. This is the equipment data editor. So this is just a default human male. At the very bottom here, so you see you have to actually make the window a little bit bigger to see it. Under selected visuals, here you see the visuals for these pants. They are actually red, so this color doesn't matter, I suppose, but we are going to change it into the pants Astarion is wearing. So because they have visuals, but they're not item, right? So we remove it by double-clicking it, and we will search up the correct visual. And those visuals is what we found earlier. It takes a little bit of time to do these searches, but we remember that this was the name of our pants, and you can see them right here actually. So these are darker in color and look to be what we are looking for. So now these look like Astarion's pants. We need to save this visual, and we need to exit this editor, which cannot be done from file apparently, so we will just X it out. And so now we can see that companion Astarion here, or player Astarion, is wearing a set of armor, which is currently just the pants, the same as that other temporary NPC guy over here. So that's a success, and I'll show you what it looks like in his inventory. If we set him as a player, we should be able to see that. So you see he showed up as a player now. We can check his inventory, and you can actually see that his camp clothing looks like this. And his armor is now a set of other trousers. So there you go, we have created pants as armor. Perhaps a strange guide, but could be useful in some circumstances. Hope you enjoyed.